there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we're talking because Destiny has responded to one of Sunni's comments in her interview, in which she made the allegation that Destiny was trying to call production on her to prevent her from spilling tea regarding what the demise of her marriage was, you guys. And Destiny said that that wasn't true. But here's the thing, and take standum out of it, take fandom out of it, on whose side you're on or not. But didn't Mel also say the same thing? Was that like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago? She specifically said, when she was responding to the 50 interviews that Destiny did, mentioning her name and all the things, she had mentioned specifically that she knew that she found out, somebody told her, that Destiny was in cahoots trying to get, certain people to come on the show to film, to attack Mel. And not only that, to try to set Mel up in an ambush against other people at Martell's upcoming wine tasting event that's being filmed for the show. So technically this is the second person, and I believe I said this in the previous video when Sunni first made that post in her stories about it. She said, if you keep talking about me, I am going to say to everybody what really happened with you and LeBaric. But here's my thing. Regardless if you're Team Destiny, Team Sunni, or Team Nobody, right? At what point is it okay for somebody to just keep running their mouth about you and you not say anything and you not do anything? And then it gets to the point where people start believing it because they think your silence means that it's true. But then when they finally do come out and refute the allegations that you've made against them, now they're the bad guy. Now they're the liar. But again, I just want to understand, what are we doing? But this is the second person against Destiny that has said that there has been calls to production to either prevent something from coming out or to specifically bring people onto the show. So, but it's obvious to me, right, that the reason Destiny is going this hard, because obviously Martell can't be the ringleader regarding his own legal issues as it pertains to his ex-wife Mel. So why not have his best friend Destiny do the legwork for him? But none of this is going to end well, you guys. See, when you are so rooted in hatred and negativity and revenge, that's not healthy. That's not good for you. Then bad stuff starts happening to you. If you're wishing all these things on these people, if you keep dragging all of these people, listen. Obviously, whatever timeline at this point, whatever was messy, whether you were good friends or not friends or whatever, at this point, what are we achieving right now? What are we achieving? Because if this was Martell and Mel, you guys would have said that they need to move on. It's been too many seasons, even though they were together, 3 or 4 times longer than Destiny and Moses was. And you guys get irritated just off of a season of Mel and Martell drama. But yet it's this? Some of you want to, put your foot down on? Like I'm just trying to understand why this Moses thing is being magnified into some great love story that has been ongoing, when it sounds like a lot of the time he's either been in jail or he's been involved with other women. So when did Destiny fit into the schedule outside of the weekends that he's claiming he flew her into St. Louis for? But just because some of you guys don't like Sunni or you don't like the situation doesn't mean she's lying. Doesn't mean she doesn't have receipts of her own truth. I noticed Destiny didn't deny when Mel put out there about Destiny allegedly trying to bring her ops on the show and trying to have her set up at Martell's wine tasting. I didn't hear a denial about that. In fact, she framed it as though, oh, Mel, thank you for confirming everything that I've said, when Mel talked about the rental car debacle. Right? So, nonetheless, you know, if you're confirming on one end that Mel didn't lie, why are people not believing Sunni? Because you don't like the situation or you don't like the timeline or whatever. Why would Sunni lie about that? If she has receipts to prove why things went wrong with LeBaric, why all of a sudden is it a problem now? But you guys weren't saying anything when Destiny was doing all these interviews, dragging Moses, dragging Sunni, and dragging Mel. And now that Mel had started responding a couple weeks ago, and now that Sunni has responded, now it's an issue. Now all of a sudden everybody's like, oh no, you guys are doing too much, everybody's being fake, nobody's being honest, everybody's a liar, blah, 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 blah. But why can't they defend themselves? Why can't they defend themselves against, you know, whatever accusations or allegations are being brought up against them? They have a right to respond. And if you're going to talk to every Tom, Dick, and Harry about them, at what point do you think that they're just going to, you know, take it and just take it on the chin and not say anything? But it's funny how people want to pick and choose, you know, which side of the coin they want to be on. Because here's the thing, if you don't like Mel, of course you're going to be Team Destiny. And Team whoever else, right? But now it's a problem that Sunni is hyping up the Melimeters or Mel supporters or whomever who have reached out to her, who said that they like her and that they support her, and that, you know, the way that her introduction came off was rough. But as time gone on, they've seen her. They just don't care for the storyline. The storyline is a disaster. This storyline has been regurgitated over and over again. We don't care about love triangles in reality TV. We simply don't. Especially with this situation at all, you know, of all things, of somebody who was no longer on the show because they were not sharing enough about themselves, enough about their lives, but has come back to the show specifically to obsess over the Sunni and Moses situation, obsess over Mel, obsess over Melimeters, obsess over Mel supporters. And somehow that's like, you know, a big deal. It needs to be celebrated, but it's repetitive, it's redundant, it's not interesting. And ultimately, when it's all said and done, you're doing all of this for a man who chose to marry somebody else. Even if he's still doing whatever out in these streets, or has been having multiple women, whether he's been married or not, out in these streets, ultimately, at least for now, it appears that he's having a, you know, committed marriage or whatever to Sunni. And at least since they've been married, it's tried to make that, you know, apparent. But all this extra nonsense, I mean, who cares? But that's the thing. It's like these people have nothing but time to respond. Because how are you, you know, perched at every single interview everybody else is doing? Meanwhile, you're booked on every single podcast on the planet. But you have time to watch anywhere Sunni pops up. You have time to be aware of something that Sunni says in her stories. And why would Sunni lie? Why would she lie? She knows the people in production. She was production. So what benefit to her would it be to lie about something like that? Especially when Mel already put out a similar story. You may not like her, you may not like the situation, but doesn't mean she's lying. If multiple people are saying the same thing, wouldn't that give it some validity? And if you're not outright denying it, you didn't deny what Mel said. You said thanks for confirming everything. So, but it's only a denial now because you have this back and forth with Sunni. But if in fact you're using this return to the show to basically attack Mel and attack Sunni as some sort of revenge, that's lame. Because ultimately, what are you doing with your life? What do you have going on? What job do you have? What's your situation? And that's the part you don't want to talk about for whatever reason. But now all of a sudden it's about mental health, it's about all these other things, but you weren't thinking of other people's mental health when you're dragging them in all these interviews. When you're calling them every single name but the child of God in these interviews, you weren't caring about their mental health then. And that's what I don't like with this hypocrisy. It's okay for people to drag who they want to drag, but then when you dish it out and can't take it, now it's a problem. Now you're the victim. Now we need to discuss mental health. Now all of a sudden we need to call mom and dad. Now all of a sudden we have to tell the principal. No. I thought everybody had their big girl panties on. I thought they were ready to make it happen and fight, right? Until it gets too close to home, then all of a sudden it's an issue. But you had no problem going below the belt when it was a benefit to you to get the send off of whatever messiness you were doing. Because nobody's innocent in this. But don't get mad if somebody says, listen, I've got your tea, don't play this game with me, and now all of a sudden you're running scared. No. It can't work like that. You shouldn't have had the energy in the first place. The most unbothered thing to do is not discuss Sunni and Moses at all, as if they never existed. But you want them to exist. You want them to, receive and feel the pain that you feel. And here's the thing, it doesn't work like that. Because if that's the case, why hasn't Martel and his side chick stopped their nonsense after 10 years? And still terrorizing his ex-wife and kids? So you can't put, a timeline or an expiration date or whatever on when you feel somebody should get revenge if you feel wronged by them or get their karma or whatever. You have no idea if or when it's going to happen. Heck, the karma may not even come while they're on this earth. But continuing to do these interviews, continuing to throw shade, continuing with this obsession, it's not achieving anything either. But don't get mad when people respond. Don't get mad when people say, listen, I've got your tea. So we'll see what happens from here. We'll see if there's another thing, another response that Sunni says or not. And we'll see what the next interview Destiny does. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.